She works a full-time job, and just after 30 days, she made $5,000 in her cleaning business without doing any of the cleaning and without quitting her corporate job, you guys. In this video, I'm breaking down the exact steps that helped her to be able to launch a successful cleaning business within 4 weeks. Okay, you guys, making $5,000 her first month operating live in her business. Now you're probably wondering, like, who is this for, right? Like, I hear you talking about she did this, but can I do this, right? If you are somebody that is a working mom, you are working in a corporate job, or you're both, or you're a stay-at-home mom, because best believe stay-at-home moms do work at home as well. Okay. And you're trying to look for a business to start, you guys, I'm speaking to you. Okay. If you're trying to figure out, like, do I fit in this equation? I'm speaking to you, right? Because the goal is like what you'll walk away from, right? By the end of this video, you're going to be able to walk away with the tips and strategies and tools that led her, I'm not saying no names, privacy protection and all, that led her to be able to start and grow a successful cleaning business. And the cool thing about it, I just had a call with her on yesterday. And right now she's currently roughly around $12,000 in profit, going to 15. I believe she's going to be able to hit 15 with her first quarter in business, which is amazing. Okay, you guys. So let's break this down. All right. Her starting point, right? I like to use case studies so that way you guys can see other people are having the same level of success, right? Because you guys can hear about what I did all day long, but how are everybody else able to duplicate the process and have the same level of success for them as well? So that's what I'm breaking down today. Okay, you guys. So the one thing I really love pointing out is that she has a corporate job, because a lot of times people think that they can't manage both. Some people think that I have to be a full-time entrepreneur in order to have this business. It just worked out for me this way because I wasn't working. Right? But if I would have had the idea to start this business as I was working, I really would have been able to probably grow much faster because I could leverage my income to build up my marketing budget, right? But you guys, she had no experience in cleaning. Her experience, she comes from post-military. She was a retired military, and then she went into corporate. No cleaning experience. Okay. All she wanted to do was make some extra income. She wanted to build something that she can scale, grow, take those funds and invest further, but not really looking to quit her 9 to 5. Right. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to quit the job and start the business. That's cool. And all. I'm not saying you not to do that. But what if you were to leverage your 9 to 5 income to help your business grow even faster? Now, what helped put her on the fast track, because she didn't have entrepreneur experience, she didn't have business experience, she didn't have cleaning experience, is that she was able to partner with our team for us to build out her program, build out her business for her. Right? We offer this really cool program. We've been tweaking it and twisting it around and really making sure that it's perfect. We've been doing this beta program for the past couple of months, just testing this out to see how we can absolutely make it perfect for everybody. And this Accelerator program allows us to build her business, to leverage our experience, to leverage our knowledge, to for her to jump over like all of the errors that come along with starting something brand new, right? Y'all know that, like that, all the mistakes that come along when you're trying something. She's able to skip past those steps. This is the cheat code, I guess you would say, and allow us to be able to build out everything, knowing how it needs to be built out while she's learning the industry. She still needs to learn the business. She needs to learn the in and out, the SOPs, the process, the system, the sales, all the things of all the things, right? But she doesn't have to go through the problem of trying to figure out how to set up things and learn that as well, because we do that for her. Okay. Now understanding, like, it's a phase, right? We don't be like, hey, you're going to launch your business in one day. Even though I explain these steps and always seem like, okay, I can do this tomorrow. Let me just write this list down, set up tomorrow. We want to break it down in doable phases. Okay. The first thing to do, you guys, is pick a profitable location. You want to make sure that your location meets the standards for income. You want to make sure it meets the standards for demand, right? Because you don't want to put it in an area to where, like, it's not going to profit, right? So you want to make sure that you're actually searching out these areas. The cool thing about having a remote cleaning business is it doesn't have to be located where you live, in the same state or in the same city. Depends on how remote you want to get. We have students that's located in other countries that have businesses here in the US. We have students as nomads and they're traveling around the world and they have companies here in the US. We have students that live in one state and they open up their business in another state, right? So you have to just make sure that you're doing the research, right? This is phase one. You can't go anywhere until you get this first, right? Once you have done that, then you want to go ahead and do your pricing research because you want to make sure that you're not going to overprice or underprice. I always recommend doing anywhere from 5 to 10 companies so that way you can check out what their average pricing is, and then do some reverse math and figure out what that pricing formula would be for you. So then you can take those numbers and plug and play when you're setting up your platforms. Okay. Now, once you've done that, once you determine where it's going to be at, the market and all those things, now you can go ahead and start building up that business foundation. You want to get your domain and the email and the phone number and the address and the set of the business name and all those things, right? So that way you can take that information, the business bank, the Stripe account. So that way you can take that information and then go set up your lead gen platforms. You're going to set up your Yelp, Thumbtack, Google, and Bark. These are going to be the platforms that you're going to find your ideal client. Now you know where they reside, you know where they're located. Now we can go ahead and set the platforms up in those areas and in those markets to attract that clientele into your business, into your ecosystem. Okay. You're going to set up your website. You're going to set up your automations, your backend, your booking platforms. Okay. And then you want to go ahead and start prepping for going live. As you're prepping to going live, I like to start looking for my cleaners. Now, when I say go live, that means like you're turning these platforms on. Prepping to go live is just making sure that all of your platforms are fully set up. Okay. Because your cleaners, when you start going to find your cleaners, they want to check to see like how legitimate your business is. They may ask like, well, can I check out your website? Okay. They may ask, can I check out your Google listing? Because they want to know that they're not going to get scammed as well. Okay. So after you set up all those platforms, start your hiring process. We normally will hire 3 cleaners for our clients. If they do multiple areas, we work out something else so that way they can have multiple cleaners available in those service areas. But we hire 3 cleaners, you guys. Okay. I recommend building out a list of 100 potential cleaners with your requirements. Our requirements are they must have a minimum of 2 years of residential experience. They must have their own supplies, their own equipment, their own transportation, and did I say insurance? And insurance. Okay. So you want to make sure that they meet all of those qualifications and then you take them through the entire onboarding process. Once you got 3 cleaners, now you are ready to go live. Okay. Now you want to make sure that all of your systems are set up. I even recommend doing like a test booking, right? Do a test booking, give yourself a hefty discount. You want to make sure that everything is set up properly. You want to make sure that the payment goes through, that there's no error codes. You put in the proper API key, like all of that automation is set up. Okay. Now, the cool part with working with this client is that she started with us right around the time that Cleaning Biz AI came out. Cleaning Biz AI is a software that I have developed that meets the needs of people that's needing a team to manage their businesses while they're not available. You can do this with a human VA, which I have VAs. They're awesome. They're amazing. If you're not as familiar with the industry, then it's kind of hard for you to train a VA what to do when you kind of don't know what to do. So this Cleaning Biz AI is allow you to have a 24-hour service provider to be able to help manage your team, your company. It answers calls, text messages, in-app messages, responds to leads, close leads, handle inquiries, handle escalations, and soon it'll also be able to do hiring as well. Okay. So you want to make sure that you have your systems, your automations in place. The cool part about this is how she was able to manage growing a business and also still working corporate and not missing a beat. Right? She didn't have to worry about calls being missed, leads being missed, because she knew that Cleaning Biz AI, we call her Sarah, that's the bot's name we gave her. She knows that it's not going to miss a lead, right? As fast as I am with responding to leads, Sarah beats me every single time. And we've done tests about it. Okay. So you want to make sure that you guys have something put in place. If you are a 9-to-5er, if you are a busy stay-at-home mom, if you are a busy working mom, and you want to start this business, you are a little nervous that you don't have the full time and availability, you can do one or two things. You can either pay to have a human available for 8 hours a day, or you can pay to have, look, we celebrating, okay? Or you can pay to have a virtual assistant AI bot available 24 hours, 7 days a week. You'll never have to turn off a lead and you'll never miss a lead, okay? Now, after that is up, you guys, the goal is to book your first 3 clients. I literally just did a weekend challenge, and I'm going to do some more of these weekend challenges. But I was like, look, you guys, the goal is to book 2 clients by the end of the day. I'm sorry, by the end of the weekend. Okay. Report back on Monday. Let me know what you've done. Right. So the goal is to go ahead and put your budgets on those lead generation platforms, notify your community, send out text messages alert. Look, we are live, ready, in effect. Let's get going. Okay. Now, once your business start making profit, you guys reinvest that revenue back into your marketing. Don't go buy a new bag. Don't go get a new fit. Don't go treat yourself to a spa day. Not yet. Okay. But actually reinvest those funds back into your business. It's the snowball effect. It's the bootstrapping system. It's what I had to do because I started with $25 and I didn't have much. And I took that $25 and I booked a job and I took that profit and I put it back in. And I was able to build my budget up from $25 a week to $100 a week to $500 a week to $1,000 a week to just unlimited, right? And that's the goal that you guys want to get at, all right? So I don't want to lose track. But so now that we're live, this is when you're able to figure out, what do I need to do to make sure that we're making income in our business, right? You want to look at the number. You want to look at the total job volume. You want to look at how many leads are coming in. Do I need to increase my marketing budget? Are my platforms bringing in the most leads, right? Do I need to try and test out Thumbtack? Do I need to try and test out Yelp? You want to make sure that you're looking at the data and making sound decisions based upon the facts and the numbers, not emotional decisions, okay? Because the cool part about her business and this case study that we did with this client is that while she's working and clocking in her 9 to 5, her business is also clocking in every single day. And she's been able to build this business off of the same system, you guys. It's a 4-phase process. Research, foundation, set up all your platforms, hire your cleaners, and go live. Wait. This is the process right here. Okay, you guys, don't overcomplicate it. Now, if you're needing help, if you're like, yo, Jazz, I really, really want to do this, but I don't know if I can do this. I definitely don't want to quit my job. I want to start a real business, but I want to keep my job, right? I just need the right systems. No more hustling, no more trying to figure it out on my own, right? If you feel like the Accelerator program is going to be a good fit for you, or be like, yo, Jazz, just point me in the direction where I can find the info. Like, I can build it on my own. Whichever way is your way, boo. Choose a path, like choose me this day, right? You guys. But book a call with our team. Let's chat. Let's talk about what your goals and desires are. Let's talk about how you want to build your business. Because just trust and believe, like, as amazing that this client had these fast results, the success is not in her, right? She just followed the system, and she was able to leverage our experience and our knowledge in the industry to set her up on the right path, so she can avoid a lot of speed bumps and a lot of hurdles that come with brand new entrepreneurs trying out a business in a new industry. So I'm going to put a link down in the description. Book a call with our team. Let's chat. Let's see how we can help you guys. Because I just realized that we are 1 month away from half of the month being gone. And I'm like, if you haven't reached your goals that you set almost 5 months ago, then let's revisit that. Okay. Like, don't let it be June and now you're like, yo, half the year is almost over. What have I done? Like, let's make the actions now, right? Success loves speed, you guys. Let's not wait on tomorrow. Let's get it done today. All right. So I hope to chat with you guys soon. And I hope to be able to help much more 9-to-5ers, busy moms, busy stay-at-home moms finally get their business launched and up and running. All right. Because you guys deserve it. See you guys next time. Bye, y'all.